Hey YouTube, Toad here, and I got my cat Miles is going to be hanging out, so you might hear him. Yeah, that's him. Anyway, just got back, was doing a little shopping, and my Astrozilla, y'all know her as. I only drive this car, man, once every 3 or 4 months, and while I have a battery disconnect on it, I just want to keep the battery up. Batteries do self-discharge. We all know that. So I was over at a place I don't normally go, which was actually Harbor Freight. Yeah, my friends are going to get a kick out of that because I just don't do Harbor Freight very often. I kind of have a rule that anything that, I won't buy anything at Harbor Freight that has more than 2 continuous moving parts. So yeah, don't get me wrong. Harbor Freight's great for me for gloves and some stuff, but I normally don't buy gear, certainly not tools. So, but I did see this and I figured, what the heck? And what it is a little bitty solar battery charger. What attracted me to it was how weak it is. Now that's going to kind of sound funny, but you got to remember that you can't directly attach a solar panel to a battery unless the solar panel is less than 2% of the battery's handling capacity. Otherwise, you have to have a charger. And this falls into the battery that I've got. So I figured I'd open it, show it to you, and maybe this video will go further when and if I install it. We'll see what happens. You'll know because it'll be the next scene. Anyway, so here's the case. Opened it up, and what it comes with is a decent sized wire. I haven't measured it yet, but it looks like it's got, at least 8 feet of wire with this cool connector on the end of it that allows you to mate up to a set of battery clamps or to the cigarette lighter. I will be using probably neither of these, but I do keep a lot of these around. So I'll probably make up a cable with one of these that I have around, attach it straight to the battery, and then use the solar panel. Hey, it's 1.5 watts, and I'm assuming, you probably can't read it because of the glare, but made in China. And Thunderbolt Solar. But there it is. As soon as I exposed it to sunlight, blink, 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 which I'm assuming it's doing something. So what I'm going to do is basically read the instructions. Yes, I'm a man who will actually admit that I do read instructions. I also ask directions, so I guess I'll turn in my man card to somebody. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I've got it hooked up. Okay, well I just got it hooked up, and I'll show you in a few minutes where I did. But one of the things I noticed pretty quickly is that if you have a curvy vehicle, and while most people wouldn't consider an Astro van particularly curvy, even over the length, I don't know if you can see those, sure, see the little suction cups that sit on there? It's got to be pretty flat, otherwise the suction cups aren't going to do you a bloody bit of good, because even, see if I can show you this, even the small curvature on the hood of the Astro won't allow both suction cups to touch, not without actually bending this. There's a spot right dead center of the windshield that might work, but it certainly wouldn't stay there full time. But sometime, if this works out, I want to really put it up on the visor there and leave it there full time. I want to install it and let it live there full time and run its wiring straight to the battery switch. So let me find a place to put it, and we'll wrap this up. Alrighty. So down here on Astrozilla is where the output that attaches to the battery, and it had the same kind of hookup as the other. Now if there's some wind noise, I apologize. I'll try and keep that down. But for now, I just had it sitting up here on the dash. And as you can see, it gets sunlight most of the time. The kayak's shading it a little for a few minutes each day, but hey. But we just got warned of a tornado. We got a tornado watch going on now. That's where the wind's coming from. So I'm just going to run it around and stick it inside, run it through the door and stick it on the dash right there. But, you know, we'll give it a few days and check it out. And if I can find my meter, I'll give you the actual outputs on a nice sunny day. So for 14 bucks, we'll see. All right, thanks a lot, y'all. Airwinds. We'll see you next time around.